Hi guys, this is ETZU, and today I want to share my thoughts about the upcoming changes for Windwalker Monk in Midnight. For this I created like a build I would possibly play, and yeah, I want to share my thoughts about it. I'm going through the talents here and talk about all the changes which are coming. I know it's just alpha yet, but still, let's take a look. Okay. Um, yeah, I want to go over all the talents real quick. Um, let's start with an actual big change. In my opinion, it's Soothing Mists, which is getting a 50% increase, like a 50% buff, which isn't too shabby actually. Like, yeah, it's not too bad, especially paired with Elusive Mists it's quite a lot in my opinion. Let me show you real quick. It's here in the class changes. Soothing Mists healing is increased by 50%, which is actually quite a lot for all specs actually, yeah. So I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah, sounds pretty nice. Um, Nothing much changed here in the first part. So I don't like binding agility because oftentimes you travel too far and someone like a rogue or a hunter can outplay this way too easily. So I prefer like the short rolls, where way quicker and more precise in my opinion. People have less time to adjust or react to it, so I prefer not playing with this talent here at all. Nothing new here as well. Also, like I love those two talents, Disable and Winds Reach, because it's pretty hard to fight mages or hunters as they keep getting away with all their mobility. So having the 5-yard extra range on your slow is pretty impactful in my opinion. Yes, so nothing new yet. Nope, nothing new, nothing new, nothing new. All same old, same old. Transcendence paired with Escape from Reality and Healing Winds. Yeah, it's a go-to for me for Battlegrounds and for one weeks or even in duels, because 20% health is 20% health. It's quite a lot. So yeah, once you like yeah once you are used to using it, it feels quite amazing. Here I take for Expel Harm. Those two talents are pretty good, especially like this one right now, because it seems like Monk is getting more into the crit playstyle. So this one might be even better than the other one. The other one is this one. I used it until now, but probably I'm going to change it here to Profound Rebuttal. Yeah. Biggest change here, actually, totally forgot about it, is Yulan's Grace. It's the only choice that you have right here, because Diffuse Magic is gone. It's a major defensive we are losing. It's quite bad for many people, but if you think about it, every class is getting pruned and everybody's losing so much stuff. Also, like defensive wise, for example, Warrior has to choose between their parry spell and ignore pain, which is painful. Yeah, so losing diffuse magic sucks, but it's not too bad. I think it's not too bad. It's okay. We still have like our mobility, which is our best defensive. We have still brew and karma, so we are just fine, I think. This talent here sounds pretty good, but you have to use like your defensive to reflect. No, I don't think it's that good. Maybe for arenas, since versus an Affliction Warlock or maybe even a Shadow Priest could be good, but yeah, I'm not sure about this talent yet. So, and the last major change here in the normal tree is here rushing reflexes is the only node left here because Clash is gone. It's one of our major mobility talents. We are losing it. It sucks, yeah, it does, because yeah, it took quite some time to get used to it, but now I just love it so much. I'm pretty sad that it's gone. It's so good to grab flag carriers back, or yeah, to double stun people. It's such a good ability. I'm quite sad we are losing it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's go over the Shadowband tree. It's the only tree for me, at least, because the Conduit tree is like, it is all about pets, and I don't enjoy playing pets, so yes, that's the only choice I have. And they changed Flurry Strikes. So Flurry Strikes no longer need a energy threshold. Instead, you get Flurry Strikes when you cast Fist of Fury. Yeah, which is pretty cool in my opinion. We will go into Fists of Fury later on the class spec tree. Yeah, let's move on. Nothing major changed here. Those 3 talents are not implemented yet, but I guess we are getting like the tier set we are having right now in Season 3. And the biggest change here actually is the bottom talent here, Wisdom of the Wall, is getting our rework, a change, sadly. It says that you are calling for a pet, a Shadowband fighter that will assist you. I dislike this one very much, of course. It's a pet you call, and I don't enjoy, and I don't like pets for my monk. So if it doesn't change, and I hope it will, but even if it doesn't, or even if it won't change, I will just spec out of it. 100%. I dislike it very much. But that's the freedom you have, and I love it. I mean, you can just spec out of it, and everything is cool. You can choose whatever you want, and that's what I love about the World of Warcraft talent trees in general. You have the freedom to choose whatever you like. You don't have to play whatever, is meta, or whatever is like the best. It's up to you. It's your choice, and you can adjust to your playstyle and your preference. And I love it. I love it so much. Okay, so let's get into the class spec tree here. Here, Fist of Fury is the first talent you get here. As usual for second cast, 3 G cost. Nothing changed here at all. This one here, Sharp Reflexes, used to be a passive. Now it's a talent choice, which I don't like. I mean, it used to be a passive, and now you have to spec into it. You have to waste a talent point for it. It doesn't feel great, but it's okay. Yeah, I mean, as you know, I absolutely love Blackout Kick, so I take every talent point I can into Blackout Kick. Blackout Kick and Rising Sun Kick are like the main, or these are the major class spells for my class fantasy. So I love them and I spec every talent point I can into them. Yeah, Glory of Dawn is pretty good. That's why we will stack a bit of haste for this talent here and this talent here. Yeah, haste will be a pretty good stat and will be kind of mandatory to keep the kicks and punches coming. Yeah, I mean, after the big stat squish, we will lack haste for sure, and we will feel like the yeah, the uptime we have right now with all our casts and spells. But yeah, I would love to try all of this, but I don't have like the alpha access, sadly. Hopefully, I can test something at the beta. But yeah. Here we have teachings of a monastery, and this is like the major change for Windwalker. We are losing our pets, our Storm, Earth, and Fire, and oh my god, I am so happy. You can't even imagine. I'm so happy about it. It felt so bad that you had to split your damage into 3 components, into 3 parts, and yeah, now it's gone, and all the bugs with it are gone, hopefully. So I hope everybody's happy about it. But I'm like, yes, I'm so happy about it. It's the major change for me, and I love it so much. Sadly, we still have kind of a pet that we have to take, but I won't. But otherwise, this change is, oh my god, I'm in love. So happy about it. Yeah, it also has 2 charges. It replaces Storm of Fire, kind of the same cooldown as before, but now you have bigger damage numbers and no buggy pets anymore. This is like kind of the same as before, just a flat one this time. I prefer this one as well, especially in PvP. Sometimes you are getting CC chained or don't have uptime to reduce the cooldown. For example, this one here, sometimes you are just CC'd or can't connect and this talent becomes useless. So a flat 20 seconds cooldown reduction is pretty good. Of course, I will spec into Rising Sun Kick. I love this spell. And here we have our first choice node, which is very new. You can choose between a 10% more haste from all sources, or you are having 1 second more of Fist of Fury, which could be pretty good, but for now, as you can see, I have not spec'd into Fists at all, like this one as well, and this one from our Apex talents didn't choose it as well. Main reason for that is, I mean, it depends how hard it will hit, but since everybody is able to avoid Fist of Fury damage, you can blink out of it or just everybody has a ability to counter Fist of Fury, or even just micro CC it instantly. Like you can, yeah, sheep it, you can whatever, you can stun it, and yeah, gone. So spending 3 talents into an ability which gets outplayed or cancelled so easily, I'm not sure. It depends how much damage it will deal. Right now it does a ton of damage. I don't like it that it is that way, because 1 tick here deals like the same damage as our Rising Sun Kick right now. Rising Sun Kick feels very weak. It's getting a small buff, but for what was it? I think it was 30% buff on Rising Sun Kick, but also for Fist of Fury. So I don't know, but it's quite sad to me that Rising Sun Kick is supposed to be our main spender, but it deals with just the same damage as only one tick from Fist of Fury. So yeah, hopefully that will change as well. Yeah, that's why I haven't spec'd into the Fist talents yet, but this might change. So, but what I really love is the Blackout Kicks. So I chose every talent for Blackout Kick I could get, and also for Rising Sun Kick. And this one is like the second major talent change we are getting. We are getting Rushing Wind Kick, and I absolutely love it. This spell is like pure class fantasy. Rushing Wind Kick is the definition, in my opinion, for Windwalker Monk. It's so cool. Oh my god, I love it so much. I know it might be very bad for arenas because the damage splits and you can get someone out of CC. This sucks, but for battlegrounds and overall damage and class fantasy wise in PvE, it would be amazing. And I would love this talent to not be here on the very side. Please swap it with Dance of Gigi. This would be amazing. And plus, if it's possible, Blizzard, please make it a choice note. Like either make it a 100% chance after consuming Blackout Kick, or please make a choice note out of it. If we could choose between Rushing Wind Kick and Rising Sun Kick, it would be insane. So cool to have at least one ranged ability every few seconds would be amazing. The second biggest major change besides Weapons of Order, in my opinion, is Strike of a Windlord and Whirling Dragon Punch. You have to choose between them right now, which feels pretty odd, but yeah, I mean, for PvP, I guess the obvious go-to would be Whirling Dragon Punch, since you can CC with it with the PvP talent here. But I just love the wind, the physical wind fantasy of the monk, so I have to go. I just have to go with Strike of the Windlord. I love it so much. And you are getting a bunch of talents. It seems like it has only a 30-second cooldown. Not sure if that's correct. And you also get like a 5-second reduction on Strike of the Windlord as well. So it would be 25 seconds, right? Which would be insane. Also, you get only 10% increase in damage. On live service, I guess it's 100% damage increase. But still, you are getting a lot with this button. You are getting Russian Gentleman as well. It doesn't look much, but it adds up. It's pretty good actually. Most of the time, it's around 5 to 7% on my overall damage, so pretty good. You are also getting, by pressing this button, just imagine you're pressing one button every 30 seconds or even every 25 seconds. You're pressing one button and it will deal extra damage here. It will give you like the Blackout Kick proc here on this talent, which is crazy. And after the synergy between those two talents is insane. It's amazing. You get a proc for Blackout Kick, and afterwards you can use it and deal tons of cleave damage with 4 stacks. Insane. Since you spec into Blackout Kick, it will deal insane amazing damage. And also you get, for pressing this button here, you also get your Thunder Fist as well. I love it. It's just insane. One button, so much value. I know it's a lot of talent points. They could bake more of it into the spell itself, but it's fine, I guess. It's okay. I'm a big fan of Strike of the Windlord. I'm a big fan of Russian Wind Kick, like all the wind abilities. And we are getting Weapons of Order. I'm just in love with the patch notes. Yes, so I take Combo Breaker here, for a 8% chance for Tiger Palm to make our next blackout kick free. In a piece, I think it will be necessary at the start of the expansion. We might spec out of it, like in season 2 or 3, but for the start, I think it's very necessary since we will starve a lot, pretty heavily, I guess, but we will see about it. Yeah, this one just increases the chance for Blackout Kick, and Blackout Kick is like my favorite ability besides rushing Wind Kick or Rising Sun Kick, so I will, yeah, take this anytime. Yes, here. Oh, Zone's Battle Gear. I'm finally able to spec into it right now with my build. I'm not able to because it is locked behind all the pets. And now I'm able to spec into it, and the rework is quite nice. You actually get a flat 20% increase in critical strike for Rising Sun Kick, which is insane. It's so good. I think I will go for 15% crit rate again. When I think I will go for the same stats I am going right now for 15% crit, 25% haste in combat, which this one will make so much easier to get to the spot. 10% more haste from all sources, which means more haste from Veteran's Eyes as well. So it shouldn't be that hard to get to the threshold here, to 25% in combat haste, and rest and versatility and mastery. Yeah, and you are getting a flat 20% crit chance for Rising Sun Kick, which means, or which results into major or heavy reduction in Rising Sun, in Fist of Fury. Sorry. Yeah, so you will have pretty good uptime for Fist of Fury, which could lead into insane DPS, but I prefer using this spell, or I'm just used to using it more defensively for parrying stuff and not dealing really damage. But yeah, I will see if I go for this stand here. This seems not too good in my opinion. It reduces the cost by 1, which is fine because it will be way more used than before, no? Since we are able to reduce the cooldown very much. But the 10% damage reduction, the 10% damage reduction feels very bad in my opinion. Yeah, I don't know about it. I prefer the 10% haste as well instead of the 1 second more cast. Especially it's a potential cast, you know, you get interrupted so often by it. People will interrupt it so many times, so I'm not sure. But if you have 15% crit rate baseline, adding 20% on it, you get baseline 35%. Plus here, this talent here is amazing as well. Maybe also not too good for PvP, since you cleave and you get someone out of CC, especially in arenas, but I still really like it. I will take it, I guess. You get 4% increased critical strike chance for a Skyfire heal. Skyfire heal, oh my goodness. You will get 4% increased crit rate for Rising Sun Kick. So you will have 39% at least at all times. 39% crit chance, which is huge. And I guess it also applies to Rushing Wind Kick. So your Rushing Wind Kick has a 40% crit chance, which is crazy. It's nature damage, which is increased by 4% here, by cheap, by Vigilant here. Crazy. Crazy. There's so much synergies and so much cool stuff here. And last but not least, here are like the Apex talents. This is so insane. It's one just imagine, it's 1 talent point and you get 40% crit. You get 40% crit rate out of it for 1 talent point. It's insane. I think it will get nerfed in PvP, like by 50% I guess. Maybe we will only get 20%. And here we can increase our crit damage. Totally fine. And this one I didn't take because, yeah, with Fist of Fury, don't know. You cannot cast it in PvP, so it gets interrupted way too often. So this stand here is not too good, I guess. Yeah, and one thing or one last major thing here to address might be slicing winds. It costs 2 chi here, and nowhere it does say it replaces Serpent Kick. So, but I think it has to. I know it, but let me dream. Let me dream, okay? Because I would love to use the spell, but I can't give up on Serpent Kick. Serpent Kick is way too insane, way too good to give up on. So, but if that's the case, it would be it would be insane. It would be, oh my goodness. I mean, we would have like way too good at mobility, I guess. Yeah, for sure. We would have 3 rolls. We had Serpent Kick and Slicing Winds, which would result in way too much mobility, I guess. But you never know. It would be insane, but yeah, of course we won't get it. I think this talent point here is necessary for Slicing Winds to deal actual damage. So don't know if Slicing Winds is worth 2 talent points. So yeah, and if it replaces Serpent King, so I will never take it. So yeah, so this would be a build I would go for the start of the expansion if nothing changes. But of course we are just on the alpha yet, so there are so many things to come. Yeah. PvP talents really quick, because since we are not taking Golden Dragon Punch, so we are getting rid of Rising Dragon Sweep. This one will go out, I guess. Hopefully we get good replacements for, or at least one good replacement for the talent here. Let's see. But otherwise, if we were able to to choose Slicing Winds, what I don't think, it would be a sick with Wind Waker actually, cause you can just cast the spell and cancel it, and it will give you 1 stack. You can always like just start to cast Slicing Winds and cancel it instantly, and you get 1 stack, which is insane. You can break out of so many things with it, so could be amazing. And otherwise, Ride where Wind is actually pretty cool. I like that that it just makes you immune to slows afterwards, and also you are getting rid of all snares. Yeah, pretty decent. Like, mobility is oftentimes equals damage. If you can stick to a target, you deal damage. If you cannot stick to a target, you don't deal damage at all. So this isn't a bad talent point at all. Like, it's pretty good. Uptime is equals damage if you can think about it that way. Yeah, that's basically it. I am really in love with all the upcoming changes they already made for Windwalker. Yeah, I would love for Washing Wind Kick to be swapped with this talent here, and also I would love this talent here. Either you make it a 100% chance, or you make it like a real choice note between Rushing Wind Kick and Rising Sun Kick, which would be amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Yeah, otherwise I'm so happy, and I can't wait for midnight. Thanks for listening. Please tell me whatever you would change here, or what do you want to play, what you are up to. Please share your build with me. I would love to take a look. Yes, thanks for watching and have a good one. Bye!